Catch us live on your TV screens. CPT where we be. 4 p.m. till 5 every week. Ekse, 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 live. CTV family. Catch us live on your TV screens. CPT where we be. 4 p.m. till 5 every week. Ekse, 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 it's Ekse live.
Oh boy, welcome to another installment of your favorite youth show. This time of the hour, we're the best thing this side of the equator. We go by the name of Ekse Live. You and yours have chosen us as their South Entertainment, and for that, we are forever grateful. We're taking you right through to the hour 5. Name is Lama D Moon.
And I'm, of course, Snalo Bootflicky. Join us, I must say, the baddest kids are in the building, which means we're going to give you edutainment for the next hour, 4 to 5 p.m., Monday to Friday. We are here to make sure that you are absolutely edutained. Feels so good to be back on your television this afternoon. It's a Wednesday afternoon. And, of course, a big shout out to all the amazing women who are currently doing great things. Yeah. Who is your Women Crush Wednesday?
It's been long since I've had a Woman Crush Wednesday because I haven't been following Izinto Abazenzayo. But somebody that is consistent for me would be Pearl Shongwe. She does the morning show.
Oh
on
yeah,
Metro
she's absolutely amazing.
She also on another show, Okwenye channel Ekse, they do a talk show. Love her to bits. I love that woman. Pearl Shongwe, I know you're watching. Oh, yeah.
Was.
Love you, yes. But also on Twitter, it is Ekse_Live. Instagram, Ekse_Live. Facebook, Ekse Live.
Definitely, if you would like to be part of this show and join us as guest, be sure to send us an email, ekse@capetowntv.org, or call us, 021 448 0448. Unfortunately, I'm please call Asuwatati. Lama, speaking of women who are doing great things, Women Crush Wednesday. Mine is, of course, Busisiwe Matontsi, who is currently doing the most in the world of producing documentaries. She's young, vibrant, and is all about the African soul. She's here to tell us more about her latest documentary where she produced it, and it's all about the world of online dating. Have you ever tried online dating? Hit us up now, social media platforms, as we are going to talk all things that a little later on.
I love that Snalo touched base on something about African soul, because Odwa Bongo is in the building. They're going to be putting on those harmonies like Ambiedo, Yonelisa Nongoma. They've got something special on the 30th of January at Bantry Bay Hotel. They're going to be telling us about Amatigiti, Aimalini, and how you can get there and why you should get there, but not without giving us a song or 3. You do not want to miss that. Email us to ekse@capetowntv.org. You're watching us on your free-to-air channel, Power Air Cape Town. However, if you're not on this side of the equator, the Western Cape, we are available on DSTV channel 263 for you and yours. So tell a friend to tell a friend, Uguti, the biggest, the baddest, and the most hip and happening show in the motherland.
Galelekile. But right about now, a lot has been happening last night on Twitter. It was a mess, Lamalimun. It was a mess. You missed it, but I would definitely fill you up and fill each and everyone who maybe did miss it. You know what? A lot has been absolutely happening, but hit us up and become part of the conversation. If you've missed any episode on YouTube at Ekse and Cape Town TV. But
right now, it's time for trending news. Check it out. Apparently, I missed a lot on what was trending on Twitter. Was it only on Twitter, or they took it further to Facebook or Instagram and stuff like that?
You know, they took it further to WhatsApp. That's all I can say.
Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to hear what is in store for me. So hit me up.
Well, Mac G, who is actually a broadcaster, a radio broadcaster, he's got one of the biggest the biggest podcast online on YouTube. He's absolutely amazing. He has interviewed the biggest celebrities.
Who is
in
Mac
Mzansi.
G?
Mac G, he used to work for YFM, I think for Metro FM as well. I think he was fired. He was fired on YFM because of being homophobic. So they had a chat with his team online on his podcast and talking all things about the queer community. And they did some very crazy things. But before we talk about it, I want you guys to actually take a look at this. Lama, take a look at this video and tell me what you think. We're going to have a chat after this video.
Sure.
I mean, there's men who do that.
Yes, but if you just want the parts, I can't keep up.
Crazy, right?
I can't
Yeah,
keep up, bro.
yeah.
Because what do you call that then? Is she not?
Yeah, you can't. Hey, but careful.
There's no labeling. There's
the
no.
LGBTQ.
That's why it's
TRZ.
yes. There's a lot of. There's a lot more
Yeah, like
letters in the LGBTQ.
Yeah.
interesting fact. One of the former members of G Unit,
Yeah.
Young Buck.
Yeah.
Young Buck.
Yeah, you used to see a trans
Yes.
person.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, so I think it's she-male, but I think that's a bad term. We don't use that term.
Yeah.
But a trans person, yeah. So a woman with a dick.
So it was a. It's a no, but it could be a trans. It's a trans female.
Generally.
It's a trans female.
Yeah, but he saw a woman with a dick. Young Buck.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah, dog.
Yes.
When she came out and, you know what I mean, 50 Cent, I remember he was dragging him.
Yeah.
He dragged.
50 always does that.
Oh, yeah, 50
Hasn't Offset also been with yeah.
Offset.
Yeah, Offset.
Is it?
Offset.
Yeah.
Are you
Now
real?
during Cardi B. Now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Offset.
Yeah.
Ish, there's too much allegations with these.
Wayne Rooney as well.
Wayne Rooney.
Yes. That time he bought.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
That's where he get his ball control from. Yeah? He's laying on a man's chest. Manchester.
Oh, that's what was actually popping online. Izolo ku Twitter the whole day. Some of the celebrities who were dragged was Pearl 2C, was Andile Ncube, was Somizi, and then there was Dr. Dlamini, who's apparently one of the famous doctors in Gauteng.
Okay.
So what happened is in that video, they referred to a trans woman, not as a trans woman, but as a woman with a penis, guys. Which was something that is, you can't refer to that. It's a trans woman, it's a trans woman. It's not a she-male, it's a trans woman. So many people to Twitter saying that ebe wrong Mark G, he should not have allowed that in his podcast. And of course, his history of being fired for being homophobic.
Meaning he's somebody that does not learn his lesson.
Lesson.
Because definitely, if you were fired over something of this nature, you go back home and do your homework and you get to find out ukuthi, why are people offended by lendo ndiyenzileyo so much so that ndiluze umsebenzi. I'm sure he did his basic homework. So for him to do it again, basic ignorance.
Basic ignorance. Uchu Ulama. What do you think the basic ignorance okanye wenza i-content yena? Follow us on all social media platforms. But right now, quick breather will do. So we are going.
CTV family, catch us live on your TV screens. catch us live on your TV screens.
Oh man, we are back just like Umqolo. Oh, okay. Television Ekse live right here on Cape Town TV channel 263, your mama's DSTV, 4 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, giving you nothing but the best of entertainment.
And if you wake up in the morning, go light the TV, go 7, but you are 30 minutes early. Funeka you light on 7:30, ubukele Ekse. Between now and the 15th of February, you can catch our repeats between 7:30 and 8:30. And then on the 15th of February, we're starting on a brand new time slot.
What's
Yes.
that?
8 o'clock in the morning. So
Oh
you
my
get to wake
God.
up a little bit later to view your favorite dude show in the morning. We posed a question on Facebook today. So it was about, would you consider online dating? We asked this question for a very good reason. We've got somebody special in the studio who's going to be telling us about a documentary that you composed so that you and I can learn more about izinto eziqhubekayo in our society. And the online dating is something that you cannot because yenzeka.
Yeah, and
Mix it, I can.
Yeah, I was
imagine.
on Mixed. I used to love Mixed, guys. You know, if Mixed was to be brought back, I would absolutely go back to Mixed. You know, online dating is of course a thing in nowadays. I don't think anyone should be ashamed of online dating because that's where people meet and some get married through meeting online. You can have your say right now on Twitter and of course on Facebook. We're talking all things online dating. We're joined by my woman crush Wednesday, Busisiwe Matontsi, who's absolutely amazing. She's young, she's a woman, she is producing documentaries and aspiring filmmaker. Mugel, welcome on the show.
Hi, Molweni Ninjani.
We are
So
good. You
please.
fell in love with filmmaking when?
So it's always been a thing, but I never realized Gubana I actually loved filmmaking until, because now I'm a geology graduate. So now when I grew up, I was always that person, okay, we focus on academics. That's what you need to focus on. And then in 2017, I graduated. And then I was applying for jobs and then I didn't get jobs. And then that was the time when I got to explore my other part of my other self. Because you know, most as people, we always see ourselves as one way.
Yeah.
We don't take time to actually explore other sides of ourselves. So I saw the emerging film thing and I was like, you know what, let me actually do this because I do actually like, because I was always that friend who always liked taking videos, like I was always annoying my friends because I'm always taking videos,
Sure.
I'm always doing snippets. And then I joined the docu and then that just opened up my mind to something that I never knew about. Oh my gosh.
This is something you can do.
Yes.
So I can imagine it transition from being a geologist to being a filmmaker was not that challenging for you.
It was actually because you know most as black children, you grow up and you know you have to make sure you succeed because abazali bakho are depending on you.
Yeah.
So I spent all of my 4 years focusing on the fact that I am going to be a geologist and I'm going to be successful. So when that doesn't work out, it really messes with you as a person because you really dedicated yourself into becoming something because everybody's depending on you.
Yeah.
So I do feel like sometimes as black children are not necessarily given that freedom to really explore other parts of ourselves. So it was a challenge for me to be like, you know what, Busisiwe, see yourself as a creative as well.
Otherwise,
Yeah,
something
otherwise.
Positive came. It made you a filmmaker.
You say you now saw yourself as a creative as soon as you graduated, then you started this amazing program, and then you saw yourself as a creative. What about being a creative do you enjoy so much and love so much?
Telling stories.
Yeah.
Telling people stories because I feel like there is so much out there that is happening and then there's not much exposure. And all of us, we know things that are happening in the world. We know a lot of things that are out there that we were not aware of before. And it's through multimedia. It's through like those bonai or visually. So that's the one part, like getting to tell stories and getting to challenge people's thoughts. Because even with online dating, I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this because abantu bamnyama, they don't take this seriously. So I was like, I'm going to challenge it. Because when I started it, most abantu bamnyama would be like, why do you have to be online?
Yeah.
This is belungu ezi. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to actually take this and I want to challenge people's thoughts. I want to open people's mindsets because we are so staunch and we have such perspective on things, but we don't even know why we hold those positions.
So the kind of stories that you like telling, the story that open up a conversation.
Yes, I do. I like to poke like the bear.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm always that person trying to start conversations about things that people don't necessarily want to talk about, things that are seen as taboo, or things that especially as black people we feel like it's not for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of poking people, you poked a couple in this documentary. Jamie Lee, are you ready? Can we roll that clip? Let's see what we're talking about right now. Let's check it out.
We always hear about online dating and people's experiences from other races, but not so much in black communities. It is not something that is commonly talked about, and this actually got me thinking. So, my group and I decided to investigate and explore the world of online dating within South African black culture.
I have seen a good number of black men on online dating sites.
For me, I've never had issues with finding black men on the apps. I've always found it. It's only when you get to these areas, like to the suburban areas, where there's a kind of like less black people, but then it has to do with the demographic of the neighborhood.
Media sabuza about, would you consider online dating? Atik said, oh yes. You can have your say, go Ekse live on Facebook, on Twitter, go Ekse_live, as well as on Instagram. We have another one?
We have another one from Abigail Kwaza saying, oh yes, especially during these times of less gathering, which means people, in order to meet other people, they go online and actually to try online dating. I just want to put Busisiwe on the spot, since she came up with this amazing documentary. Have you ever tried online dating, and how did it work for you?
Yes, actually. That's how the documentary came about. Because the way docu works, most you pitch ideas and stuff. So online dating wasn't something that I actually thought about, but I was like, you know what? Let me just actually pitch this. This is interesting. So I tried it. Didn't work out, but yeah.
Didn't work out, but
No,
yeah. It doesn't work out for most of us, but we just do it for the sake of doing it.
Because again, you never know, but you could actually meet someone and you don't, and you're not. Because at the end of the day, not Umuntu has the ability or the.
Kuthiwa endlini awuviwa, umama wakho usandofona. Uthi akakuva tu umamakho.
So ixesha lonke ndiyathetha ndivakale.
Endlini bakangabakuve, thetha ke ngoku.
Oh, okay. So I was saying, Ubana, I tried it, but then again, it didn't work out. But it is something that I encourage people to try because you never know who you're going to meet.
Yes,
Snado, have you?
Yes, I've tried online dating. You know, I always chat with people online, but we never date. It never works out. Have you? He met his now fiance online, so
Is it?
yeah.
That's this is about you. You of course were a producer, and then why release the film? How has the public received it?
So there's been a lot of mixed reactions, but the one thing that I was gearing for, people got it, which was, you know what, it opened their minds and it started the conversation.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was like gearing for, starting the conversation. Because again, the documentary focuses on online dating within black culture, South African black culture.
Yeah.
So it opened people's minds. Some were still like, even after watching, they still wouldn't try online dating because they just really feel it's not for them. But other people were like, you know what? Seeing other people talk about it who look like me and it actually worked out for them, it gave them the confidence and the idea to be like, okay, let me try it out and see for myself as well.
Yeah. Would you say social media has become a platform of online dating nowadays? Would you
It
consider that?
is.
Because you know, I do get DMs a lot. You know, so would you say people have now using social media as a place?
I feel like people have always been using social media, but because it's social media, they
Yeah.
think that, okay, it's fine. The negative perception comes when people are like, I'm on Tinder, or like online specific apps that are like for
Yeah,
dating. That's where the negative perception comes from. And that's why also I did this documentary, because in my head I'm like, but it's the same thing with social media.
Yeah.
You guys are looking at someone's picture, you DMing them, the conversation starts. It's the same thing with online dating apps. So why is there like a negative stigma there, but you guys feel comfortable on social media?
Perhaps because in your apps, abantu boyika catfishing and stuff.
Yeah.
But on social media,
You
the
can
same thing
get
can
that
happen.
Oh well. Unfortunately for you viewers, Zaga Ekse, we only showed them 50 seconds of what you created. But the whole thing, so that nabo bayabena perspective, and maybe it could change their lives in a way or two. Where can they find the film?
Well, for now, it's still under Doci. And Kwangoku, it's not like available, but it will be on YouTube, and then it will be available for people to watch it there once the link is open again for everyone to watch.
What did you learn about online dating? Because Busena Zoe is
Yes.
before you
Yeah,
created the
yeah.
film, but after you compile, what did you learn? What did you take home?
That there's actually nothing wrong with it, and that people shouldn't be ashamed for trying out something new, because again, we don't necessarily have the courage to go up to someone in public, but at least with online it offers that platform. And then sometimes you might necessarily not be looking for someone today, but you could actually build great friendships with people out there, and it exposes you to other people that you necessarily wouldn't be able to, like in your normal surroundings, be around. So for me, it's a good platform, and you learn a lot about yourself as well.
Now let's talk about you as a filmmaker, someone who's creating documentary. What's the future like? What's some other topics that you'd like to see yourself cover?
Well, I'm still exploring myself, but there are definitely other things that I'm looking at. Like one of the things that's always like at the back of my mind, especially now, which I love what's happening now, is exploring women who've been bold.
Yeah.
Because most in society for the longest, it wasn't necessarily something that people like looked at. It was always something like that and had a negative stigma, because beauty was always attached to what? It was always attached to hair. And now it's actually interesting to see a lot of black women now being confident in cutting their hair and being bold, because Nama was bold for the longest. And it comes from that, the experiences I had and the things that people used to say, and just the stigmas, and just people being weird about the fact that I'm bold. So that is something that I also want to explore, and especially now that Miss South Africa is bold. I mean,
yes, Queen.
Is this your first film under your belt?
Yes, it would.
What kind of challenges did you meet while you were busy creating this, and how did you
look, I haven't started it, but it's something that I want to do now.
No, I'm talking about the online dating.
Oh, online dating. Oh my goodness. Kalogo, when we started Doci-Film, we didn't have a film background. We didn't have knowledge at all. So we were literally like given the skills, and then you guys had to go do it on your own. So the one thing that my team and I specifically that we struggled with was communication. And communication is very, very important. If you guys don't know how to communicate, things can go wrong. And I think also this like forced me to face a lot of my insecurities.
Yeah.
Because
you can tell us Lendo Yongozo Iteta during the ad. What can go right is Odwa Bongo when we return. Go.
CTV family, catch us live on your TV screens.
So I tried online dating earlier this year. It wasn't the best experience. It wasn't like completely tragic. It wasn't the best, and no, I wouldn't try it again.
Yes, girl, it's called Grinder. Do you know how the thing works? Yo. They will swallow you alive. It's like dip me in chocolate and feed me to the gays, honey.
Hey, Chonga Chome, it's happening, Pana. Hi,
CTV family, catch us live on your TV screens.
Ekse at CapeTownTV.org is where you can find us. What do you call an email in discuss? I knew you were going to fail it. 021-448-0448. You can dial us to get in contact with us. Otherwise, we are also available on social media, Ekse_live, Facebook, Ekse Live, Twitter and Instagram, at the very beginning. 0603918464 is our WhatsApp hotline. Send us through those voice notes or messages that you want us to talk about after a show. And welcome to it if you just joined us. Busisiwe talking about online dating in a film yake. Yes, and right now, Yonelisa and Odwa Bongo in the building.
Yay! You know, two great local musicians, guys, performers, absolutely in the building, and they're doing great things to collaborate with other local artists to actually puhlisa uluntu lwaseKapa. I love what they're doing. I love the fact that they're performers and they're absolutely all about inspiring other young people. We're talking all things that. Guys, welcome to Ekse again and again and again and again and again.
I think you should...
Where's the resident? Okay, where's the resident performance? I can't win. Resident performance.
That would be lovely, actually.
Odwa, since we last saw you in Ekse, was it 2020, 2019, whatever? What have you been up to date?
Well, I was supposed to go on a tour, remember, before lockdown hit, a mini Joburg tour, but then I obviously cancelled that because of COVID. Of course, we're all going. And then basically what I've been doing is just going in my room, creating new music and new ideas, and also, thinking about how to expand Odwa Bongo, because I think that's very, very important.
Isn't umgogo though an advantage sometimes for the artist because then you are able to be creative?
Of course. No, definitely. Because I think also it's a time when you are able to be relatable to kwabanye abantu, because us as artists, not most of the time, but when we create in a space of happiness, everything always looks so glamorous and perfect, but we don't usually talk about izinto that actually happen behind closed doors, because we also want to portray this sort of artist that we are selling, you know what I mean? Because I think, for me, I just feel that it's very important that we as artists, we also become very authentic and allow people to know that we are reachable. We're not unreachable. You can relate to us. We all go through the same things. And also don't treat us differently because you're standing yes, no,
I think it's because we do worship you, because you do. We find happiness and of course sadness within you.
We relate.
We relate.
Yeah, and Yonelisa, when the last time you were here was last year during Valentine's Day. When we had that topical conversation that had the viewers abuzz. What have you been up to from then till now?
I mean, I've been trying to be a good father, good husband, musician. It's all stressful, but
multitasking.
Hey! You know when they say that when you put yourself into something and then you never know what actually it is until you're actually there. So it's just like every day by day, learning new things. Even with my music, I think I've grown more matured about the way I do things now than previously. And also just trying to survive this whole lockdown situation because artists. Asiki, unzima.
I know.
So we have to do crazy zinto njengoba we have this show on this Saturday on the 30th. It's something to actually come out of the box, think out of the box, and say, listen, we know we are having a situation where artists can't do anything, can't work, but we are pushing it into another level now that it's like we're desperate to come. You know what I mean? This is our art. If we don't do this, we are going to die. We're going to be depressed. We're going to be suicidal. Because artists are like that most. If you're not doing what you love, you become depressed.
Absolutely, become depressed. I think you guys should release a song called Umgo, man. Last year. And then you talk about Umgo. But let's talk about this amazing collaboration between you guys. How did you guys find each other and actually decide that we're going to collaborate and create something beautiful for other artists as well?
I actually met Odwa on the road, and we were talking with another friend of mine that, hey man, no man, we need to work with Odwa. And then boom, boom, boom. Here's this guy we're talking about here in observatory, walking around. I was like, hey Odwa, we were talking about you now, brother. I said, hey man, let's do something together. So it started there, and then it was just a small idea. And then we started collaborating, started talking, and then he put me on board with this show that he's doing now on Bantry Bay on the 30th. And it was, for me, it was like an opportunity, you know, because I've always watched him. And he's always saw me even at the time when I was basking. He used to come past gardens, and we used to jam with him and his cousin Uzolani, you know. So for me, it was just like, wow, okay, now we are doing something maybe like a level up, you know, with him, you know, because I've been watching him for some time now.
Let's dwell more on the show that you're doing this coming weekend on the 30th, right?
Yes.
Yeah, let's tell us a little bit about that. What can we expect from that?
Well, it's 3 beautiful artists, very talented, from the city of Cape Town. And we are doing it it's the first time ever that I've decided to take this show, Acoustic Night, to a new space, the Bantry Bay Suite Hotel. Also, the reason why I did that is so that as an artist myself, I need to develop.
Yeah.
So in terms of spaces where I perform at and who I perform with is also very important in terms of growth in my industry. But also not only in that, I'm a very spiritual being. And so with that said, to evolve is very important in all aspects of your life. And so, as you said, what you can expect, 3 beautiful artists, Odwa Bongo, Yonelisa Wambi, Grant Van Rooyen, and it's all acoustic, very minimal instruments that you will be seeing right there. So you'll hear the rawness of us in terms of who we are. We're going to be very, very truthful. I always am very truthful and very vulnerable. So basically, we're creating a space for you to come. We are inviting you into this space to come and unleash, because we've all been sharing for a very, very long time. It's been months. And sometimes we don't know who to talk to. We don't know who to tell ingxaki zethu, because we're all going through something, and you want that ear, you know, someone that's going to be listening to you. Now, I provide this space where you can come and unleash your way. No one's going to judge you. No one's going to do anything about how you unleash. But I feel that it's time that we all just unleash. And that is a safe space just for that. And it's just a very beautiful kickstart of the year so that we can be very, very beautiful.
Besides being behind the microphone and doing what you love the most, Yonelisa, or this coming Saturday, what is being back on stage doing what you enjoy the most going to do for you?
I think it releases a lot of tension that I've been keeping, obviously, because of the lockdown. Also, the frustrations, you know, not making money. The emotional side of being stuck sometimes in a house or whatever with one person, you know. So it's just like coming out and letting people know that, listen, I'm still alive, but hey, bekunzim, you know, I almost didn't make it. You know, it's just that story that all of us have been going through stories. Some of us have been going through abuse. Some of us have been going through happy times because you get to know the people that you are with. But some people have been, it's been sad. It's been a rough time. So it's just telling those stories that even though things are changing, we are still human beings.
Of course, you're doing this because at the end of the day, we need bread and butter. So, enjoy to unleash and do all the things that Niteta Ngazo. How much do you expect them to pay so that they get in and experience Grant, Yonelisa, or Odwa?
So right now the tickets are 100 rand on Quicket. And then if you pay at the door, you're going to pay 120.
Sure.
So I'd say go to Quicket and make use of take advantage of the fact that you'll pay 100 rand.
What are you excited the most about this one? I'm sure it's your first one for this year.
Yes, it is my first one for this year. So this is my 4th installation of
this type of thing.
Thing. So it's been 4 years now running.
Wow.
And the fact that it's the 4th year and all of a sudden I'm doing it at the Bantry Bay Suite Hotel, like, hello. it's really beautiful. And one thing that I'm really looking forward to is the experience that people are going to get. You know, I always look forward to that, and I always tell people, it's an experience. It's not a show. This is not a show. I don't do shows. It's a serious experience, and I think it's worth to be paid for.
Sure. Yeah.
It's not something that you're just gonna get. It's not your everyday
Type
sort
of
of thing, you know. So I'm really looking forward to for people to really just enjoy the experience and listen to Yonelisa or Grant Van Rooyen, different styles of music, you know, and all of that coming together in one space, one night, like really.
And they can sleep over, right?
They can sleep over at the
discount
hotel.
for themselves.
There's a discount for them.
Yes, awesome.
Yeah, I can see the magic already. You know, 3 different musicians who are absolutely doing great things in Cape Town. You know, I'm all about supporting local because we need to grow you guys as well. What does this experience, what does this show actually mean for you? What does this collaboration mean to you as an artist?
For me as an artist is just about relevance. It means that I'm actually quite relevant for him to say, okay, yay, let's go together, let's do something. It means
at the Bentley Hotel.
I mean, come on. Yeah, I want to see. So it means I'm relevant. Also, it's an honor. It's a privilege. It means that God is also answering my prayers because through these rough times, I'm still blessed with bread. Yeah, so that's I'm honored for me. I'm really honored and privileged.
You'll be performing together on the flip side of this episode. You do not want to miss none of that. Yonelisa is in the building. Odwa Bongo is in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, keep it locked right here on Cape Town TV. This is Ekse Live. Follow us on Twitter, Ekse_Live, as well as on Instagram. Facebook, we're Ekse Live. That number to dial 021-448-0448. www.capetowntv.org is where you find us on the World Wide Web. You can email ekse@capetowntv.org. Lameli Moon as well as Usnalo Jonas are still holding their fort. Siyahamba ngoku siya quick ad break. Was that 1 minute or 10 seconds?
Okay. 1 minute. We still have lots of time to say
okay, since we have a lot of things to say, Kuko Busisiwe wenze a documentary about online dating. I think the question is not for you. You are married. Would you consider online dating?
I'd first consider online numadlora, you know, like consulting with my ancestors first.
Online.
Yeah.
Yo, I would love to actually have that, consulting our ancestors online. Well, this is Ekse, the biggest thing on your mama's television. Remember to dial us 021-448-0448. Email back Ekse Cape Town TV. Or should you want to be a guest and perform right here on the show? Amadlaza online. Maybe it's not Wednesday because 2021 guys needs this.
What's also online? Go Ekse on Cape Town TV. Go YouTube. Go check us out.
TV family, catch us live on your TV screens. catch us live on your TV screens.
Intention of getting tender was to get money. Only get money and get people to buy me drinks.
I was looking for friends, or maybe people that I can meet with, people I can know from Cape Town, people that I can explore Cape Town with.
What you're doing on a dating site when you're looking for friends. If you're looking for friends, go to pubs, go to soccer matches. You understand? Go look for friends there. This is the dating side. If you're here, we're gonna hit on you. I have tried it actually, but for me it's just a lot of propaganda and a lot of bullshit.
My experience so far, it's mixed up because it has been good, it has also been bad. But I would say it's good because I've met few people, only 3 people. I've actually gone on dates with 3 people and it was amazing.
I mean, I've had my experiences with online dating, and to be frank with you, like they weren't like fruitful experiences.
I remember this other.
Welcome back to it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the show where we redefine education, information, as well as entertainment. Nikete eyona ibhadlileyo because we're hectic. 9 million times than any other show this side of the equator. Ekse _live on Twitter. You can follow us right now and let us know what you think about the show. If you want to see the repeat, 7:30 in the morning. Otherwise, we are live all the time between 4 and 5. The viewers didn't get to see what we got up to the New Year's Eve in Olwandile. So on Friday, we've got that special for you, so you do not want to miss it. Tomorrow, you're here as well?
Yes, tomorrow I'm here with Bongo. We're absolutely going to entertain you again between 4 and 5. Be sure to set the alarm yakunga misishi. And of course, we are on YouTube, Ekse on Cape Town TV. Should you want to catch up on each and every episode that you've missed right here on the show. Lamuchilo, 7:30 each and every morning before you go to the office. Make sure you tune in.
Odwa, you're going to perform a song that is inspired by what?
Well, the song that I'll be performing is inspired by the government.
Oh my God.
And how we sort of have been treated, especially as artists.
Sure.
And that it is important for us to understand how much power we have as a community, as artists, in terms of who runs the country, in terms of who runs us, who rules us.
Because Sitabavuta at the end of the day.
And your songs, I must say, your songs as artists are very influential when it comes to people who's the ordinary South African citizens. So I feel like as artists, you do have power.
Thank you. So this one is called Uvotela Ndoni. So it's just a question and you have to answer it for yourself. Uvotela Ndoni. Oh, uvotela Ndoni. Uvotela Ndoni. Oh, uvotela Ndoni. Amafuna ukunimanda, ngifuna imfundiso. Amafuna ukunisiza, ngifuna imfundiso. Amafuna ukunimanda, ngifuna imfundiso.
and questioning yourself, and there's only one person who can answer that question, and it's you.
It's an individual.
Whoa, utriki Odwa. Utriki, vote London.
Yeah, I'm voting.
Why is that the case?
I don't believe that in this generation that we're living in, there's a political party who has an answer for anyone.
What kind of answers do we want as the young people of South Africa?
We want things to happen, man. We don't want to wait on promises. Because
Yeah.
every time talks of vote, Bapa at our houses, at areas here,
Yeah.
kissing
the babies.
Kissing, when the time is rough like now, what happened to the PPE?
Yeah,
the PPE is what happened to those things? What happened to the money that the government got?
And what icks me the most is somebody who is 65 years old making these decisions, and then in 12 years' time, I'm hoping to have
Who's
done this
maybe
and
12
that.
years' time,
Who's
yes.
happy? They're not going to be in the office by then.
There's no young people in parliament. You only see abantu bakhulu benemikhaba.
I think
You know
that's
what I mean?
think that's a question that we need to ask ourselves as young people. Why are we not in parliament? Because there's millions of young people in this country who are absolutely educated, even not educated, but have the mind to actually change this country. We have the dreams and visions to change this country, but we're not in parliament. So the conversation needs to start with us as young people. Why are we not in parliament? Was
this the whole point? Writing down this song and singing it and performing.
Of course.
You
I
won.
want those conversations to happen,
You won.
And hopefully, I hope that when I release this song, it will be a song that's going to be played when it's time for people to vote.
We are going to play it right here on Ekse.
Thank you.
Yeah, because we need to know why to vote.
Yonelisa, you took pen and paper, you married them, and you wrote this piece of work.
Yes,
What
sir.
inspired it?
This one is called Imaliam. It's when, when some people owe you money and banga.
Ulama has been talking about that all. Can I tell you something? Lama has been Facebooking about that since the beginning of the year.
Yeah, so I was fed up one day, I was working so hard, it's like I didn't get paid, it was so long, and I was like, Maliam, sir.
Yeah.
I dedicate this song to you.
You know who you are.
You know who you are. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. I shot a man, I got him down. Imaliam, Imaliam, Imaliam. Yeah. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. I shot a man, I got him down. Imaliam, Imaliam, Imaliam. Hey. Imaliam, sir. Oh, now. Yeah. Declare Imaliam, Imaliam, Imaliam. No. Defune Imaliam. Oh, sir. Declare Batali Imaliam. Imaliam, Imaliam, Imaliam. Hey, listen. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. I shot a man, I got him down. Get my Liam. Oh, yeah. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. I got a man, get my Liam. My Liam, my Liam, my Liam. To tell you my Liam. Oh, tell you my Liam. Suni my Liam, my Liam, my Liam.
Ufuna imali iyakhe. Uyazazi wena utyala ulama ufuna imali yakhe. That is because
Just
Yonelisa.
served my soul. Wow.
What an incredible song for Ulama. He loved that song. He's the biggest fan of that song.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh, yo. And after hearing this song, you know who you are. Oh, man. So, what's the theme of the night that evening?
Well, for me, the most important thing, my theme of the year, in fact, is to infiltrate. So, those are my 3 hashtags this year. And I just want to also present that on the day to tell people, but listen, it's about time that we need to infiltrate every single space that
that we go to.
Sure.
Invade, invade, invade.
Yeah.
That's the only way that we all gonna be successful. And because if we take a step back, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah. You're going to have one more chance to invade this space. I'm going to return after this quick ad break. But I want us to lead to it.
Kwimali yami.
Ndifuna imali yam, imali yam, imali yam. Masi, ndiphela imali yam. Oh, ndifuna imali yam, imali yam, imali yam. Ndiphela imali yam, so no. Yeah, now. Ndiphela imali yam, imali yam, imali yam. Ayibo, ndiphela imali yam, no.
CTV family, catch us live on your TV screens. CTV family, catch us live on your TV screens.
Welcome back to Ekse right here on Cape Town TV. The biggest thing on your mama's television, always making sure you're entertained Monday to Friday, 4 to 5 p.m. If you just tuned right now, the question is, Vavache,
Unolikai, ubupi. But you do not have to cry, never fear. When the Snalo non lama are near, the repeat happens in the mornings between 7:30 and 8:30. Otherwise, data. You can hop onto YouTube, go Ekse on Cape Town TV. That number to dial if you want to share your skills, whether you're a performing artist, you're a filmmaker, a philanthropist, you're a business person. Now, you are helping out community through NPOs, a model, a designer. Whatever you do, we're here to showcase your talent to the rest of South Africa. 021-448-0448 is that number to dial. Go Ekse at capetowntv.org. You can find yourself at the biggest,
the baddest,
and
the most hip and happening show
in the motherland. Thank you so much to Busisiwe for coming through and letting us
Amazing
know
man. She has a
what she
documentary,
does.
The World of Online Dating. So be sure to stick around. And actually, I'm tuning on YouTube to check that out.
Yes, on the 30th of January, Barrington Bay, you got to find yourself there. Who knows? You might be inspired. Ufumane igila lofuna imali yakho. Right now, it's time for us to hand it over to the gentleman of the hour. No, Snalo, we're bouncing out of here.
We're bouncing out of here, and we're absolutely gonna watch this performance, and can't wait to see them actually perform this coming weekend. Be sure to support everything that is #local is like. Guys, can you pin the money
be wise and sanitize, practice social distancing. Otherwise, time for us to say goodbye. Up next is Open Studio, so do not touch that dial. Goodbye.
Ngicingana nobomi bami ndizibuza ndenzeni na ndenzeni ntoni na oh abanye abantwana bayaphumelela inzame zami zibonakala ndenzeni na oh ndenzeni na andijonge intanga zam